Derek, it's a whole new you.
It's a whole new me.
You got a haircut. You got a new headset. You got a new camera. You're in a new background position.
Yeah, that's not all good things.
Everything is new.
I'm in the old computer chair.
The
I'm
old
using
computer.
my old computer. I'm on my son's computer today.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Because I had a NAS failure
Uh-oh.
with my 10 hard drive network server. So
oh no.
I
Good thing you
had
have a
to
backup.
spend months or like weeks recovering data, figuring out first how to recover the data because it's supposed to be easy, but of course it's never easy because
No.
this particular brand of NAS uses a proprietary way of storing the files. So I found the right way to do it, even though everyone online said it wouldn't be possible. And I was able to recover all the data except for the last drive, which is structured in a different way because I thought I'd use their new fancy way of storing data. That has yet to, I have to recover the 8 terabytes of VHS recordings on that somehow,
Oh
sometime.
wow.
We'll see if I ever get to that. So anyway, I've recovered the other, whatever it was, 4 plus 4 plus 6 terabytes. I think it was. Yeah, that's right. No, there's more. There's another 4 in there. Anyway, yes, that was fun. So in the recovery, or when the recovery was done, I'm like, I'm gonna switch over from using this stupid proprietary NAS to using just a Windows server for my storage. And I'll do mirror on the drives. I'll just mirror the drives normally, but at least it'll be easier to recover because it won't be a Linux file system and it won't have a bunch of other layers of more complicated crap on here. So I haven't done that yet, but in order to do that, I wanted to upgrade the computer that it was using because my NAS before, or my network server that was not storing files, that was running Windows, was my old computer. Yes, two olds.
Too old to go.
i7. So it's
Okay.
pretty old. So I started to plan out what I would upgrade it to, and the best deal I could find was actually to upgrade my computer and then use my computer as the network server because I
Mm-hmm.
found a premium deal on a motherboard, processor, and RAM. So the guy came over from Facebook Marketplace because I was going to buy brand new and not upgrade my machine and just get one for the server, but everything was just too expensive. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, bought the stuff, which was a i9 13700K processor and motherboard and DDR5 RAM for $680.
Not bad.
I think it was, if I remember correctly. No, 780. Yeah. No. Anyway, I think I can't remember.
A whole
Doesn't.
mini bike's worth.
Oh yes, exactly. To upgrade my processor, RAM, and CPU, and I used that for a week. I was happy, and then it died.
Oh no.
So I contacted the guy I bought it from, just being like, "Hey, you never had any problems with this, did you?" And he's like, "No, why?" He seemed legitimately interested. I told him about the problem, and he's like, "I don't know. I had no problems with it, but here's my original receipts if you want to do warranty." So I filled out a warranty with Intel, and it is going back to Intel,
Holy.
the processor alone. So I just shipped that today, and now it's going to take who knows how long. It has to go to the
How
US.
long? Jeez.
Yeah, that's exciting. Uh, Still, I could have got, or I got the whole thing for the cost of just the processor, basically, but still,
Still,
not
yeah.
happy about it.
No.
So I'm using my son's computer. Mine is over there in pieces. Uh, I tried isolating the problem and nothing. I was like, I was almost going to buy another processor just to swap in and test it out. Buy another
Yeah.
motherboard to swap it over and test it out. But everything pointed to CPU. So I just went with the CPU route and RMA that and hope that's the problem.
Jeez.
I know I was undercooling it, but not by much. Like when I put it under heavy load, it would start to throw thermal throttle, which is a normal function. It can thermal throttle. It just means it slows itself down because it's getting too hot.
Yeah.
But it won't let itself go outside its operating temperatures. It just can't. And the cooler was good enough for that. It was only
Yeah.
throttling by like 3 to 5% for Eric if he's listening, because he'll know. But somehow the CPU died after running for a week. It just froze on me.
Dang. That's quite the ordeal.
Yeah. So maybe in the end of this, I'll have a upgraded new computer. I really hope so. But this time I'm going to buy a better processor fan or cooler. I doubt that's the cause, but it's the only
You
explanation
never
I come
know.
up with.
Yeah, might be.
Yeah, my NAS is in the other room. It is my old computer, so it's way overkill for speed. But I still haven't finished recovering the last drive, and I also haven't done mirrors of all the drives yet because I need those other drives available to move files onto.
Oh, for
Yeah,
jeez.
it's gonna be fun. It's been an ordeal. It's been ongoing for weeks now. What else?
I
Yeah.
knew something was up because I got a Plex invite from you today, or a notification
Yeah.
that I've been
So
added back.
my NAS was my Plex server, so I had to build a new Plex server.
Yeah. Okay. I wondered what that was. I'm like, I remember him saying something about his computer dying, but this is new.
Yeah. Yep.
Fun.
So much fun.
Good thing you like fixing stuff.
I do, but it is like all my time. That's the downside.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I did lots of other things this month, oddly enough.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I have a big long list. It's ridiculous. I really don't like not having multi monitors here, though.
I like watching you struggle. It's fun.
No. Hey, StreamYard, let me hide the chat. I don't need the chat.
Just hit the little arrow. It pops it over.
No, it's permanently there for me. It will not go away.
No, you can.
The only
There's a
arrow
little-
I have is a big red one that says "Leave Studio."
No, in the
Wherever
middle of
I'm
the
not.
chat panel, there's a little
Nope.
arrow that points in that says hide panel.
Nope, I don't have that because I'm not the owner.
Oh, I can write messages in here for you.
That's not what I need right now. I need more room
there
on
you
my
go.
screen. Well,
I
you have anything to talk about that's fun? Because
well, I mean, look, we can hit the big thing. The elephant in the room right now. I don't know if you've heard. The Blue Jays are in the World Series right now.
I've heard.
For the first time in 32 years. I know you don't care, but it's big.
I want Canadian teams to do good, but I don't care overall.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. This is me talking. This is your VHS to me. I'm going to talk about baseball.
Hey, you collect VHS. I don't play baseball.
Not pre-recorded.
Or watch baseball.
Listen, it's been a fantastic series. It's eaten up all of my time. I want to do things, but I can't pull myself away.
So you stayed up till 3 a.m. the other day, like all the other people did?
I stayed up till 2:00. I tapped out after 16 innings, and I said, I can't do this anymore. I have to get up at 6.
My coworker came to work the next day and said he was up till 3 a.m. and it's the first MLB game he's ever watched. And he's American, married to a Canadian woman, working at a Canadian company.
Man.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Yeah, that was a ridiculous game. It was fun to watch. It was a battle back and forth, but
baseball's never fun to watch.
If you know what you're looking for, it's fun. Then
I played interesting. It's not fun.
What's interesting is that was game 3. We just finished game 4 and 5. And to play for the Blue Jays to win game 4 and 5 combined took less time than for the Dodgers to win game 3 with those 18 innings. So they legitimately played 2 games faster and won than one other game. So, but yes, right now, currently, it's the night before Halloween. The Jays are up 3-2 in the series. It's 1-4, best of 7.
Which means Josh has one night to edit this podcast.
No edits. It's going straight up. Yeah. It's going to be tomorrow is trick-or-treating and straight back for World Series game.
While you edit this podcast or post this podcast.
I think this is just gonna go up. There's gonna, sorry, more important things going on. Uh, so, my kid, it's been fun because my kids have really been getting into it, which is fun for me. Like my parents were not into baseball or in sport. My parents were not in sports at all. So I grew up not watching sports. Um, I always had a bit of interest in baseball. I played a little bit in grade 3 here and there, but like not seriously. Um, but for some reason, just I had that attraction, and really got into baseball. Maybe I'm gonna say like 20-ish years ago is when I really started getting into it. Um, so it's been fun. I vaguely remember like the 92, 93 World Series when the Blue Jays won
Yeah,
last
me
time.
too.
I remember it being a big deal. I remember my mom telling me, "Oh, Joe Carter hit the home run," and seeing the replays on TV, but not being really aware of what I think I was like 5 or 6 at the time, so I don't really remember everything about it.
And
But
I'm pretty sure a couple years after that, I was in Squires, which was Knights of Columbus, but for
okay.
boys.
Yeah.
And I was only in it for like 2 months or something like that. And one of them, we went to see a Jays game, but I can't remember what year that was for sure.
Hmm.
I remember a guy that was in my class, and he wasn't in the school for long, so I'm betting it was like grade 6, we might guess.
Okay.
So
We
95, 96, I think it would have been.
so still decent. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
after the World Series.
Still seeming like they could win, kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah, that
oh,
hope is still there. The hope is still there.
I mean, they're not the Maple Leafs, but
Yeah. Yeah, I remember going to a couple of Blue Jay games here and there when I was younger and in high school, and but again, not really being really into it or really understanding what I was watching. I was more going for the social aspect of, "Hey, a bunch of friends are going, sure, I'll go," kind of thing. So, but it's been fun, like teaching my oldest, okay, these are the rules, and him following along, and okay, well, why did that happen? And then kind of going explaining the sequence of events that have to lead up to that being allowed or not being allowed. Um, so it's just fun. It's weird having that like bonding moment over sports that I never had with
hmm,
my parents. So
the closest I had to that, well, we all played baseball when we were in school, and my dad would watch us and he would cheer.
mhm.
His biggest thing, he'd always say, "Wheels," like "Wheels, Derek," as in run fast,
Run fast, yeah,
like you have wheels. Yeah,
yeah,
and that's a memory for me. Like, yeah,
yeah.
my brother's team did win the championships for their region or something like that. I don't remember exactly where, but I remember us going on a wagon ride afterward with "We Are the Champions" on repeat,
Classic,
and everyone just singing and stomping along.
of course. Nice. That's
Yep.
um. Well, speaking of Blue Jays and things breaking, my TV died while
Oh,
trying to watch.
your 3D
No,
TV?
no, no, my one upstairs,
Oh, your main floor. Okay.
the main floor TV.
Which is newer or not?
No, well, technically it's a garbage TV, so I don't really know how old
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
So I don't really have anything into it, but
That's
it's
fair.
nice. It's like a 45 inch.
Okay.
So still pretty decent. But
LCD, not plasma, not that old of.
it's L I think it's LCD or LED.
Oh, yeah, one of them two. Okay.
One of the two. I think it's LED. LCD is a bit heavier. Um,
Yeah, older. Yeah.
so what would happen is it's an LG TV, and apparently it's a common issue where like the TV will just turn off and then turn back on, then turn off,
Okay.
and turn back
Unless
on, then turn
there's
off, and then
power
turn on,
supply
and then
capacitors.
it will stay on
Yeah. Once
for
they
10
warm up.
minutes. And then after, 10, 15 minutes, it turns off again. And
Okay.
it gets to a point where like it just will constantly just on and off, on and off. So
Probably easy fixable.
probably
Like my brother-in-law is a mechanic, fixed one that was in that state, and like he's not tech savvy, but he fixes cars. But he took out the motherboard, followed a tutorial, and soldered on new capacitors.
I don't know if I'm that technical.
Would-
You fix cars. You have enough to fix right now, Derek.
Yeah, I do.
I would say we'd fix it, but at this point, it's probably just easier and faster.
I had an
to just-
LG that my son grabbed on the side of the road. I think I mentioned it a while ago. 32 inch. It was down the street from us, and he's like, "A TV for my room," and he was
Yeah.
all excited. And then I get it home, plug it in, it won't turn on. And it was probably the exact same problem as that, like,
Yeah.
or similar to it. But I looked it up, and it was just like hard to get parts for. The capacitors would have been fine if that was all it was, but it wasn't that easy to diagnose because it didn't turn on at all. I think the LED didn't even turn on, if I recall correctly.
Oh wow.
Like
Yeah.
the power off LED, the standby LED.
Yeah.
But I forget.
So.
So
Well,
I did
anyways,
all that because I don't have time.
yeah, fair. There was a TV sitting. I think one of the other guys had pulled it out of a bin, and it's been sitting in the back room of work for the past 3 months.
Okay.
So I finally just said, "I'm taking that." So I have that.
What size is that
It's
one?
small. It's probably a 32 inch.
Oh, okay.
So and I think it's an LCD, so it's a little bit heavier. It's a Toshiba, so it's a good brand. But yeah, we'll
we're gonna watch out for something.
yeah, I'm watching for a good deal on something. My wife said I should just go to Costco and buy one. I'm like, but do I?
It's what we did when ours died.
Yeah. I
And then
would
we put the one I fixed in my bedroom.
and say I wouldn't mind having like we have again, I think we have a 32 in our bedroom as well. And again, it seems a little bit small. And I'll probably just I'll keep the one with the capacitor issue in case I ever decide I'm feel like trying to fix it. It is probably a power supply issue. But and if I was going to buy like the main TV for like down here, I'd be more motivated to go and buy something. But because it's like the upstairs TV, for some reason, I just like I don't know. I just don't care. Like I do care.
Watch it.
Well, I have been.
As
So
much.
I've been upstairs watching every night for like this whole Blue Jays championship. That's where I've been watching it. But it's just
You killed it. The Blue Jays killed it.
the Blue Jays killed my TV. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Clickbait. Episode title.
Episode title. Yeah. So we'll see. I'll keep an eye out, see what I can find. My wife is constantly making comments. It's really hard to read on that TV. Can't read what that says.
Yep. Yep.
It's like if you squint hard enough, you can see who's playing the Blue Jays game.
That makes me want to check Marketplace for a TV for you.
I've been looking, and there's a bunch on there, but it's like, how do you decide? So
yeah.
But,
I was even thinking on the free groups, but those ones go quick.
Yeah. Anything good would go. And I kind of wanted something. I want something with a remote. That's also yeah.
Well, you can always buy a remote if you needed to, but
yeah,
as you've shown with other ones and VCRs.
Yeah. So.
Well,
yeah.
I got a text message from my neighbor the other day. Actually, it's probably almost a month ago now. The text message said, I should almost read it verbatim. It'd be kind of funny, but I don't know if I'll find it. He said, "There's a dead skunk in your backyard."
Oh.
I'm like, oh God, I don't want to deal with that. So it was raining that night, and it was like, I don't remember, like 7 o'clock at night. And I just got home from work, I think, or something like that. It was like a late night. I'm like, I'm not going to do it with it right now. No, it's gonna be there tomorrow. It'll be fine. Deal with it tomorrow. And I think it was also maybe a Thursday night, so I was working from home the next day or something like that.
Okay.
So I figured I'd do it in the morning. So got up in the morning, got our compost bin, like the plastic compost bin, ready. My wife put a bag in it, a plastic garbage bag in it. And then I'm like, how about we double bag it? So we double bagged it. And then I grabbed the shovel from the shed out back and walked out to the skunk, and it's still breathing.
Oh no.
It's on the ground, clearly not good.
Yeah.
Still breathing. Flies and bees flying around its face. I'm like, this thing is screwed.
Oh my.
Yeah. Part of me is like, do I kill it? I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with mess. And
yeah.
what if it sprays?
And spray. Yeah. Spray.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just walked away and came back the next day, and it was dead. So then I put it in the bin and I bagged it up and I let it sit there until garbage day, which was like 4 days later or more, I think.
Ugh.
Can't remember. And then the recycle or the compost bin has stunk since that day. And on garbage day, I had to change it over to the garbage bin because they wouldn't take it if it was in the compost bin, right?
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
had to put it on the garbage bin or in the garbage bin, which made that stink. But luckily, it was only in there for one morning, so it washed out better. I
yeah.
used some like bleach spray and some simple green and hose and stuff. But the compost bin still has a little bit of that smell to it. It's
Yeah.
bothering me. It's like weeks later.
Yeesh.
Yeah. So then the next day after I had thrown in the trash, I see people posted on Facebook in the neighborhood saying dead skunk found on this street, and their dead skunk found on this street. And one person said they contacted the Humane Society because it was in public area. I looked it up also when it was dead. They don't take it if it's on your property. You have to deal with it.
Yeah.
But then someone said they think they're all catching the same disease. So somebody contacted Humane Society. Humane Society went and grabbed it and told them that apparently it's some form of rabies that was going around.
Oh.
Yeah, that's killing them all. So I guess they all died the same way, where it's slow, painful death on the just like laying there. So they said if you have pets, don't let them lick the area where the animal was or anything like that. So I warned my neighbor right away because it died like right by the fence where his
Yeah.
dog could stick its nose through. Um, yeah, not great. But if I had known that, I would have called Humane Society and let them deal with it.
Like
But
come and test it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Because I think if you find like dead birds, you're supposed to call them so they can come and grab it and test it too.
yeah, yeah.
So,
But I just
mm,
assumed it was attacked by something and that was why it was dying. Or
yeah.
even someone could have poisoned it is the other thing I thought because
Yeah. True.
we've had those skunks around here for a while and it was a fairly young one. So I assumed it was a new litter of them or something like that going around and someone just got annoyed. But don't
Yeah.
know. It seems
Hmm.
like everybody's saying it was some kind of disease. So that was fun.
Sounds fun.
The great parts of being a homeowner.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Outside for me is common area. I can call someone else to deal with that.
Oh yeah, good
Yeah.
point. For now until you get your own place.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. I had to deal with a rodent at work. Apparently, it looked like a rat got ran over by one of our trucks right in the driveway.
Oh.
So it was a mess. And someone came in and said, "Oh, there's a dead rodent out there. We don't have a yard guy anymore." So they said, "Wonder who's going to deal with that." Left that hanging in the office. So then 10 minutes later, I went out and it was still sitting there. I'm like, "Oh, okay. I guess it's my job." So I
It's either
went
that or
out.
you need to delegate someone to do it.
Yeah, about that. I can't tell people to do things because then people go complain about me. So yeah.
Just be like, "Hey, Bob, I scheduled in for half an hour for you to clean up that rat mess over there. If you don't like it, we can get someone else to go do it, and you can go drive somewhere far away.
They would drive far away. They would absolutely drive far away.
You won't see your kids till 9 o'clock at night, but
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So, oh well. Add it to my repertoire.
yeah,
I'll put it on my
yeah.
resume.
Mm-hmm. Rodent picker upper.
Rodent
I
picker
should have
upper.
called you.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I finally
Ugh.
heard back at work about my promotion, and I got
Ooh.
it, and it's all
Now.
done, said and done, and apparently my boss likes me because he fought for me again on pay raise.
Nice.
So I got a good pay raise.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
for you.
happy. I
Good
am
for
now
you.
making more than I've ever made.
Really? Even more
Yeah.
than the drone place?
Yep. Yep.
Really? Good.
When I left this company last time to go to the drone place, I took a pay cut. And then when I got laid off from the drone place and started at this company again, I took a pay cut. But I was
Oh,
laid
so
off,
don't.
so what was I going to do?
Yeah, you had no choice.
Hmm. But my boss fought for me when I started, and he fought for me again on the promotion. He said he tried to fight for more, and they wouldn't do it.
Oh, well, good for
Yeah.
you. Congratulations.
Yeah. So can't complain about that.
Yeah. So when does it kick in? It's kicked in already. You're
Yeah,
already
it
doing that
was
position.
already. Yep, it was already in. The day he told me it kicked in the following Monday, I think it was. It was the same day that the other guy that got hired that I know to the same role from another team started the same day as me.
Okay.
And then the other guy that got promoted to the next position up started that
Mhm.
same day too.
Okay.
But then they had to backfill my position.
Mhm.
But apparently when they hired me, they had borrowed a higher position from another team to get me in at that higher position. So that team came knocking and said, "Hey, remember when you borrowed a position from us? We'd like to take that position back now and give you the lower one you were supposed to have in the first place." So they did that, but when that person got hired and the person got transitioned into their role, so they got promoted, then their position opened up, and that was supposed to be used to hire my replacement at a lower level, and then that got put on a hiring freeze. I just got told today. So
Okay. So you're not getting
we
anybody.
won't be getting a new person on our team until next year.
So you're doing the new job and the old job now.
Well, I was going to do it anyway, but it was supposed to be someone kind of new at a lower level, so like an introductory guy.
Okay.
It's like a junior level instead of a senior level that I was at.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine. The guy we got is good as well. The other guy that joined at the same level as me, so yeah, he
Good.
just needs to get trained up.
Good.
He took his first ticket today. No, yesterday. And then he got lucky. I said, "Hey, this would be a good one for you to learn on." He takes it, and by the end of the day, he says, "Yeah, the customer closed the case. I can't find it." So he went and found it, and the customer says, "Oh, I opened this in error. The
Oh,
logs are from
perfect.
6 months ago, and the problem's not happening anymore."
Nice.
Yep, not a bad
Nice.
one to start on.
Jeez. Everything's coming up to Eric, other than your computer.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was part of the reason why I thought I should upgrade my computer. I'm like, I just got a promotion. Why not? Why
I
not
gotta
upgrade my
splurge a
computer?
little bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
splurge
splurge
a
a
little
little. Why not?
bit.
Yeah, that worked out
Yeah.
well.
We still can. You still
It
can.
can. We'll see if Intel comes through on this RMA.
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm going to be a little disappointed.
That's very, very fair.
Yeah. Trying to remember what else I had done. I had a whole bunch of things written down. I was going to see if there was pictures to show you too. Oh, there was, but nothing special.
Well, how was our anniversary?
We did absolutely nothing for our wedding anniversary.
Nothing.
Nothing. I'm pretty sure. We went on a
Oh,
date night. I think maybe that was it.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think we did anything. I can't remember. I'm looking at my calendar even. Yeah. I don't remember. I have no
Hmm.
memory. How was your
Really?
anniversary?
We went for sushi.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. That's about it. It's a lot more. We went to a nicer sushi place, a little bit more expensive than the last time we were there. I think prices have gone up. Um,
Mm.
but I
Hmm.
think for both of us to eat there, I think by the time we left, it was $150.
Okay. Oh, that reminds me. We did go out for dinner.
Oh, see, okay, all right.
Yeah. Once you say $150, I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's
okay,
something like what we had.
okay, all right. Where'd you go for $150?
Ours was a little less. It was about 100, I think. But we went to what's it called? Symposium Cafe. Symposium, yeah, Symposium.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, because my wife and I both just thought we should go there sometime. And then they put in like they moved their location. They used to be by like the Google area, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're over there. Now they're over here at the boardwalk, close to me.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
So
I
we
remember
went
them in
there.
Uptown Waterloo. That's where I remember them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
So anyway, we went there and then we went out for bubble tea. And then we went to Sweet Lou's Cookies, which is
okay,
right beside Beat Goes On in Waterloo.
yeah.
And they have good, like, well, they're gourmet cookies. They're really good. I don't think they're worth the money, but they're good.
They're good when someone else pays for them.
They're not worth $4 a cookie,
That's what I
basically,
mean. They're better
for a
when
normal
someone
size.
else pays for them.
Yeah, like if someone at work brought them in, yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah. Perfect.
So we also had my wife's witchy market that she sold at
Okay.
on Gawkel Street, that
Mm-hmm.
like markety
That
area
brick
that they
building.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was outdoor in the street, like where uh, those they have like bins, what would be like shipping containers converted.
Yeah.
And so we did that, and I'm trying to bring up pictures, but they're not. Stupid things not working. So there was a guy there as an entertainer. One armed Bob was his name, and he has like one arm. His other arm's like a little arm,
Oh, okay.
and he was doing comedy and some tricks and some juggling and balancing a ladder on his chin and all kinds of stuff. But he was hilarious. Clearly, uh, very comfortable with himself and comfortable making fun of himself
Mm-hmm.
and just being like a street performer, basically. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
He
Good.
also had a booth there too, where he was selling merch and stuff, and him and his wife made merch. He was very like punk rock style, and he had a lot of vests and stuff with like uh, ironed on
Patches and
patchwork
pins.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool stuff they made. Um, and every time he would make a sale, he'd ring a bell and embarrass the person that bought from him. And every once in a while, he would try and get all people come over. He'd do an act and do put on a little show, and he really like entertained little kids well. Like there's a couple little kids that came over at various times, and he did a show basically just for that kid, which was pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And the one kid even said like, "What happened to your hand?" And he started explaining like, "This is how I was born. I appreciate you asking in such a nice way. Thank you for being inquisitive and don't let that ever change. And I'm
Yeah.
glad you were polite about it." That kind of stuff. It was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
The
that's
market
good.
itself was good. The person who ran it was good at communication and stuff. It was organized pretty good. The only problem was my wife didn't she barely broke even.
Oh, yeah.
So it wasn't really worth it. It was also on a really nice day, like a really random 29-degree
A
Saturday.
warm day. Yeah.
Yeah, for October, I think it was, wasn't it? I don't remember anymore what day it was anymore. Has to have been because we recorded last time, but I'm not seeing which day it was. Don't know. Anyway, um, so at that market next to us was a guy from Guelph named Matthew, and he sold D&D dice candles. That's all he sells. Surprised you can make any money, but he's been selling it at various shows. And he said this is the fifth show he's done. And I got talking to him. He was very talkative, from Guelph, very friendly, and he told me about a podcast that he listens to of Dungeons and Dragons. And I've told him that I don't play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if I ever would, but I do really enjoy listening to them and the Vox Machina show. And he's like,
Hmm.
"Oh yeah, Critical Role, they're great." Blah blah blah. So he told me about Dungeons and Daddies podcast. Their slogan is literally not a BDSM podcast. So it's a Dungeons and Dragons campaign with a bunch of dads who get taken into a fantasy world to save their children, basically.
Okay.
And it's with Freddie Wong, who used to do YouTube special effects movies and stuff,
It sounds familiar. I think I've heard the name.
and Anthony Birch, who's a writer for Borderlands
Okay.
and a whole bunch of other things, and his sister Ashley Birch, who's also a video game writer, and she's actually an actress too. She's on that show that I told you about, Mythic Quest, that's basically about like a World of Warcraft game with the Mick or from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Mac, sorry, Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Mac. Yeah.
He's in it, and she's in it. She plays like a QA tester, but her and her brother Anthony and oh my god, what did I just say? Ashley used to do a YouTube channel as well when they were kids, and they basically it was called "Hey Ash, what you playing?" You should look it up sometime. It's great. It's basically just them talking about their game they're playing right now. She does one that's Team Fortress 2. And if you've ever played Team Fortress 2, it's amazing because she dresses up as a bunch of characters, and it's just them like I think like 16-year-olds making their own YouTube videos in a time where it was really uncommon for people to make their own videos.
Yeah.
And they
Huh.
both are in the video game and movie industry now, which is really cool.
That is cool.
So
Oh.
she was a guest on one of the episodes, but she's not usually on it. But there are a bunch of other really good, I guess, comedians and stuff on this show, and I'm really enjoying the humor. And it starts off with basically this is an adult, horny, violent podcast, not for children. Enjoy kind of thing. So it's pretty funny.
That's funny.
So I'm 36 episodes into the first season of that show, which is happening during COVID times. So they're all talking about everyone be careful out there
Be
with
careful.
COVID.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, what a time
Pretty funny.
capsule.
Yeah.
It's funny. Jeez. So, did he make any money?
Did who make any money?
The candle maker?
Oh, I think he did. His candles were $25 each, and that was the special show price. But he said all he was trying to do was make enough money to buy himself a new pair of shoes for curling, or what was it? I think it was curling. Anyway, and he said he
Hmm.
made enough to buy them, so that's all
Yeah.
he cared about.
Made $100.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Wow. So is she gonna do more shows then?
She tried to do one. She just heard back yesterday, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we don't have any more spots, or you don't qualify, or something like that." I don't know if they were looking at like who has the most followers, kind of thing, or whatever. These all seem to go based on Instagram popularity or whatever the heck it is. But she didn't get that one, and the other one she was thinking about doing, I think she decided against because she just doesn't know if it's good enough. And there was another one that there was a free one she was looking at possibly doing, but you just never know if it's going to have enough advertising and stuff. And there
Yeah.
was another one that I mentioned to her that we were driving by the church right by Value Village on Ottawa Street. Right across the
Yeah.
road, there's a church, and they're like, "We're doing a bazaar and craft show." And I'm like, "Why not try something like that? Especially if it's right before Christmas and Christmas themed, that'd be kind of neat." But
Yeah.
I don't know if she's going to. She doesn't have enough Christmas stuff right now, but most of her stuff right now is Halloween focused, which is why the witchy market was really good.
Yeah.
We also
Yeah.
met a lot of people with cool stuff there. There was a one woman who was taking like Precious Moments figures and Willow Wood or whatever the heck they're called figures and
Yeah.
repainting them to make them like characters from things. So she made one of the Precious Moments into Wednesday Addams with the hand on her head,
Oh, okay.
and
Same. Yeah.
she made the the Addams family and sold it as a set. She took the Willow, I forget what they're called. Anyway, Weeping Willow or some Willow wooden figures with like no face, and she made the three witches from Hocus Pocus of it.
Oh, that's cool.
And she's the whole set was $120. I almost bought that for my sister because she loves that movie. A lot of really cool stuff. She also had like a cross with Jesus on it, and she pulls Jesus off the cross and attaches a wire to his foot and makes him bungee jumping off the cross. It's pretty freaking funny.
That's funny.
Yeah. But there's a lot of stuff like that there. There's a lot of cool stuff. There's some people are crocheting what looks like armor. So it's like a full armor suit or like an elf armor suit, but
Oh
all
wow.
crocheted. But that stuff was like $700.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Crazy stuff.
Pay for quality, I guess.
Yeah. I have no idea how much any of those people sold, but
It only takes one.
yeah, that's what I thought too, right? If it's that
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah. Jeez. I
My
didn't
wife
go
got
to any sorry, go ahead.
My wife got a message on Facebook the other day from a person who sells crochet in the region and said, please put your prices up. They're too low because you're competing with me.
Yeah.
And that was just for like cloths, I think. Ridiculous.
Yeah. You're gonna put me out of business.
Mm-hmm. But that's what you get, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying.
I was gonna say I didn't go to any craft shows, but I did go to a video game show.
Oh.
Guelph had their that I think is it Brody's Gaming?
Yep.
Video game swap. So and not only did I go, I convinced my whole family to go.
Like your parents?
No, my
Like your
wife.
kids.
My wife and kids.
Okay.
My wife doesn't really care about that kind of stuff. So for me I was just gonna take my oldest, and then my youngest said he wants to come, but I know he's only gonna last for about 10 minutes before he wants to leave. So my wife said she'd come, and it was good. We used it as an opportunity to, let my kids learn. Well, my oldest knows, but it teach my youngest about, well, if you want something, you have to spend your money on it. So they were around looking for um, Pokemon cards and stuff. So yeah, they were running around looking at all the Dad, look at the Pokemon. Look at the Pokemon cards. Look at them over here.
Did you
Actually,
want some?
they did buy one each for $5 for each one.
One
$5
card.
one card, yeah. So then convincing me and themselves that it's a good price because look at the damage that he can do. Okay.
My son just went to a Pokemon event at Bingaman's this past weekend with my brother-in-law. It was just Pokemon cards.
Oh wow.
No, that
And
was a
it's
few
just
weeks
like
ago they went to one. This one they went to was collector something, different collector show, and it was at Marshall Hall. That's what it was, and that one
okay.
was mostly Pokemon cards. So
It would just be so overwhelming. Like you just be going through binders and binders and binders.
yeah, you have to
It'd
know
be
what you're looking
crazy.
for. My
You
brother-in-law knew
do.
what he wanted. He brought in a couple cards to trade, and I think he traded in 3 cards, added $10, and got a $160 card.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah,
it works.
yeah.
The best part about the video game show. So I did buy a few things that I was looking for. I don't remember. They're not here, but they're over on my
You
shelf
still
now.
buy video game stuff?
Once in a while, just here and there. Um, so I think I mentioned in the last episode that I have beaten Astrobot, or maybe I haven't. But anyways, we've beaten it now. I've platinumed it,
Yeah, you said that.
and beaten all the extra hard levels. I've got everything. Um, but anyways, so the my youngest has reached a skill ceiling on that one, so he can't play it anymore. So we went back to the previous game, Astro's Playroom, and that one is really focused on like artifacts. So like collecting. You have to collect the PS1 and the PS2 and different things of PlayStation. Yeah, there you go. Anyways, so we were walking through and he wandered off and then he came running back and his eyes were wide. He's like, "Dad, you have to come here. You have to come see this right now." Like he was just like, I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's really something important going on." And he like grabs my hand and he drags me across the room to the stable and he points. He's like, "Look, it's a PlayStation 1." Because he recognized it from Astrobot.
Yep.
So he's just like, "Dad, look." He was so excited. I'm like, "Now push the button." And it popped open. And he's like, "It doesn't in real life."
Oh my god.
So it was the vendor. I had to explain. The vendor was kind of looking at me like, "Huh?" And I was like, "He's 6." I'm like, "He's 6, and he found all this stuff in Astro's Playroom, so it's really exciting for him." He's like, "That's fun. That's cool." So
I just got an invite today from Ted for the Niagara video game swap.
oh yeah, I did as well.
Ah,
So
that's funny.
I've heard good things. I was asking some of the vendors at the Guelph one. I said, "What other
Oh,
swaps do you go to?" And just trying to get an idea to see, what else is out there because I really only do Barrie and Toronto. Um, and they said apparently the Niagara one is picking up, and apparently it's pretty good nowadays. So,
that's good.
so, anyways, lasted there for about an hour ish, hour and a bit. We went after the paid because I think it's the first hour's paid, then after that it's free. So we
Okay.
went after just to get us all in for free. So I picked up, I know you got me this as well, but I picked up a copy of Animal Crossing. I traded for one while I was there. And then another copy popped up on Facebook. And I quickly messaged Derek. I said, "Can you go buy this for me?" So I have 2 copies of Animal Crossing.
Yep.
And that's again for my kids. And I've had to sign up my youngest now for an online Nintendo account.
Yep.
So
Figured.
that, yeah. So
And
that's fun. They're both like I haven't shown them how to do anything. Like they're just figuring it out on their own.
okay.
They figured out how to go to the airport. They asked me a couple questions about like how do I get there? I'm like, I don't know. Is there a plane or a boat? Or I don't know. There's gotta be something to get over there. Oh, there's a plane over here. Well, let's try that. Go over there and see if you can. So they figured out how to get to each other's islands. Well, again, I haven't said push buttons or anything. So it's just
My son saw that sitting here and said to me, we already have that game. I said, I picked it up for Josh. He wants 2 copies for his kids. And he goes, and they have the online, so he has the DLC for free.
There you go. Well, so does he, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
I don't think he's played the game yet. I think only my wife did, maybe. I can't remember.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's also, they have the stupid restriction of 1 island per console, not per profile.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I have 2 Switches, so
Yeah. We got 4, but we don't have the accounts. Only Sean
But-
does.
yeah, true. Very true. So, my kids aren't going to listen to this, but I did manage to buy Switch 2, and then it's going to be the family Christmas present this year.
Oh.
Yes. So it's sitting over there, and I have to wait 2 more months before I can open it.
I just saw Pokemon Legends or whatever, Arceus CA, whatever it was.
ZA, yeah.
ZA on Facebook Marketplace for Switch 2.
Was it a good price?
I don't remember. I think it was $90.
Yeah, that's probably what it's going for. It's about or 90 and 99 for. So. I bought the Mario Kart bundle. But and then the other day I think I had my son and we were at Walmart, and they had the Switch 2 kiosk there. So he was playing it, and he got to play Donkey Kong Bonanza
Yeah.
for 15 minutes, and he said it was a lot of fun.
I want to try the destruction part of that.
Yeah. So I'm just watching for a deal, waiting to see what I can find. I found one for 60, and I messaged, and I was the second person to message. He said, if it falls through, I'll let you know. Of course, I didn't fall through because he even messaged me. He's just like, whoa. He's like, I realized I priced this too low because I'm getting like 50 messages about this.
Yeah.
Because apparently video games are not $60 anymore. They're $90.
Yeah. That's funny.
So he said, I'll honor the price, but if this guy doesn't show.
And of course he shows.
Of course he showed. So still on the hunt.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
My keyboard stopped working again.
Dang keyboards.
Yep.
You don't need a keyboard.
I hope not.
Just talking.
I was trying to hunt for you.
Okay.
I sent you the link for the game, but
I see it here. Yeah. My son said, again, he said, Dad, I really want Pokemon Legends ZA because I want this or whatever. I was like, dude, you haven't even beat Let's Go Pikachu. He's like, it's too hard. I'm like, and you think Legends ZA is going to be easier than Let's Go Pikachu?
Nothing's easier than Let's Go Pikachu.
That's what I said. I'm like, dude, I'll buy you another Pokemon game when you beat that one.
You know, Let's Go Pikachu has 2-player, right?
Does it?
Second player can help catching,
Okay.
and they can walk along with the first player. It's actually pretty fun.
But I don't play Pokemon.
Yeah, but your sons can play together.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
When both of you throw at the same time, if your balls hit at the same time, you're more likely for the Pokemon to stay in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I did get the Pokeball controller, but I don't think he's even used it yet. So
yeah, it's pretty good. My son loves it a lot. It also works with Pokemon Go on the phone too.
Oh, does it? That's cool.
Yeah. In fact, that's the only way to get Mew.
Yeah.
In Pokemon Go on the phone.
Yeah.
Unless you bought your ball used and someone already got Mew out of it.
Which I did. So it does not have Mew in it.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I figured out, I learned how to check to see if he was in it.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So it was no go, unfortunately.
Something else I bought that I forgot all about until now when I was looking through my Facebook Marketplace history. So my family we do a themed Thanksgiving every year. And for the Americans, our Thanksgiving's in October. And I think last year was like 80s or something like that, or 90s, I think. So we all dressed like we were from the 90s, right? This year we decided we were doing like ugly Thanksgiving sweater theme or make your own shirt theme. So I was having a hard time trying to find something I like, especially because I like funny t-shirts, but I didn't find anything and we didn't have a lot of time to look. So instead, I found an inflatable turkey costume on Facebook Marketplace.
Hey.
And it's not a turkey like with the tail and everything. No, it's a cooked turkey.
Kirk turkey, even better.
Yeah, yeah, with the little white things on the feet. So I bought that for $40,
Nice.
and I wore it to the birth or to the Thanksgiving, and my family all loved it. And underneath, I had like a pumpkin, like a jack o' lantern shirt with a Lego, like it's all Lego bricks.
Hmm.
As like, why would I take the costume off because it's huge and I can't walk around with it on? So the costume came home. We realized it smelled like food because we did Chinese food as well for the Thanksgiving. So we were all cooking Chinese food there. But got it home and it kind of stunk. So I left it in the garage for 2 weeks, let it air out, and then I posted on Facebook Marketplace for $40.
I
Said
was gonna say
great
you
for
should have.
Halloween.
I was gonna say you should have kept it for
It
Halloween. You're gonna be
it
a cooked
sold
turkey. Oh.
for $40. The lady came and she said, "Oh, my husband's gonna love it. That he does a gag costume every year to make fun of our kids, and this year they're both dressing as chickens. So he's gonna wear this to make fun of them and tease them and embarrass them." So
Perfect.
worked out great. Couldn't have been any better.
That's
Free
funny.
rental.
We ended up buying one of those inflatable costumes for my oldest. It was like the Mario riding Yoshi from Costco. The inflatable one.
Okay.
But it did not work. Like
Oh, really?
Yoshi's head wouldn't inflate enough. He was kind
Oh.
of like falling over. The fan was in a bad spot. It was right under Mario's leg, so it would constantly just get like
Huh.
sucked into the fan.
Oh, that
Anyways,
sucks.
yeah, we took it back. Now he's
Huh.
just going to be a skeleton,
Okay.
a jumpsuit skeleton.
Yeah, it sucks because if that one doesn't work, then they all of that style won't probably work.
Exactly. So that's why I didn't
Hmm.
bother. So, oh well, we tried. I
Yeah.
don't. I don't think I'm dressing up tomorrow. Don't
No,
think I
I'm
have
not
anything.
planning on either. I want to dress up in a costume, but I also want to go all out. So I will do nothing.
All or nothing.
Yes.
Most likely nothing.
Yeah. I was thinking it'd be pretty cool if I wore that turkey costume with lights inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually just saw a unicorn costume inflatable on Facebook Marketplace today, but it was $50.
Free
So I didn't
rental.
want to do
Free
that.
rental.
Yeah, but I won't be able to sell it before Halloween.
Next year.
Halloween
You'll
next year,
sell it
yeah.
next
I
year. Yeah.
could. I can just store it for a year, but at least they're small. But that would look cool with the lights in it because it's white. But
Yeah. True.
yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
figured I got yeah, it's been about a year because last year I did that chest burster that you 3D printed for me.
yeah.
So it was about a year ago today. I was up late painting that whole thing to make it work. So and then I walked around and everyone's just like, "Hey, look, he's a flasher." They called me a flasher because it looked like a penis coming out of my chest.
It did. It did. Although I didn't see it painted. Still haven't seen a picture of it either.
Did you not? I swear you. Oh,
I don't think you sent me a picture of it.
hmm,
I'm pretty sure I called you out about that a couple times.
probably have. Still haven't done anything about it.
Well,
Oh.
speaking of podcasts earlier, I also decided I heard that Mark Maron was going to have Barack Obama on his podcast. Little did I know it was the second time he's having Obama on the podcast, and it's the very last episode of Mark Maron's podcast.
Oh.
He's ending his podcast after 16 years, and I started listening on the last episode. It was always something I meant to listen to since I saw him in Glow, and then heard about him through Bill and Joe. I'm like, who is this guy, right? And every time I see videos of him pop up, I'm just like, he's hilarious, and he's like straightforward and blunt, and
Yeah.
I love it. But I just never really looked into anything he does aside from that. So I thought it was about time to listen to it. His podcast is called WTF, and the last episode was him talking to Barack Obama about basically podcasts, but also how the world is right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was interesting. And yeah, I'm now trying to catch up on old episodes of his podcast. There's lots to go through. I did Tom Green was an interesting one. Um, there was Mark Hamill was a really good one. I can't remember who else I listened to, but there was a lot of really good episodes and a lot of good guests. And he's just humble and well informed, and he seems like he can talk to freaking anybody. Matt Groening, the guy who created Simpsons, that was
Simpsons.
a good
Yeah.
one too. Mark Hamill. Can't remember which other ones I've listened to. Yeah, Tom Green. I already said it was really good. Tom Green said one day in 1999, I was just starting to get my video production business going, and I got an email from these guys that said they're starting a website called YouTube, and they wanted to see if I wanted to join their platform. And I said, "No, I'm good."
Oops.
Yeah, a little oops.
Little oops.
So Tom Green's doing his own like um, farm thing, where he's starting his own basically a farm,
Yep.
similar to Clarkson's farm. And he says it's going good, and he's having fun doing it and learning things and all that kind of stuff. I think he's doing it in like Utah or something. I forget where it
Oh,
was, but yeah,
huh.
I've seen
He's doing
his
he's doing
videos
a
for that.
show about it, or he's just doing
I
it?
think he's just doing like TikToks and YouTube and stuff.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't hear the details of it, but
Mm,
yeah,
yeah.
I've seen a lot of videos from it on TikTok of like him just playing a random song, but without the context of where he is and why he's wearing a cowboy hat.
Well, now
Yeah,
you know why.
yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. No.
We also
Well,
have our Halloween decorations all out.
do you?
Figure that's
Yeah.
worth mentioning. And inside the house, I still have a couple things to do tomorrow. Our pumpkins are all carved too. I
We
need to
carved
have
ours
grease
last
my
night.
pumpkin again. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
that's what we did ours last night too.
Yeah.
Wake
I
up
broke
this
out the
morning, there's ants in my daughter's pumpkin. They're just crawling all over inside, eating part of it.
ours were attacked by raccoons or squirrels or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah. There's big gouges out of them.
we had
Yeah.
a small, like those fancy looking gourds, the small color like white ones.
Yep.
And my wife's like got home from work one day, and the gourd is like in the middle of the driveway. And she's like, "That's weird," and puts it back and doesn't think much more about it. 2 days later, she comes home and it's again in the middle of the driveway. So that time she told me, I checked the security footage. A squirrel was trying to steal it. We got a video footage of the squirrel drags it to the middle of the driveway and then kind of just loses interest and walks away.
Too heavy. Yeah.
And I sent you the pictures the other day of a squirrel. My wife put a wreath on our front door, and she went to the door and the wreath had fallen and hit the ground. She's like, "That's weird." So she closed the door and whatever.
Yeah.
Then she hears something on the door. No, she hears like she thinks it's me opening the door. I'm trying to unlock the door. And she opens the door, and right beside her on the wreath on the door is the freaking squirrel
Oh,
right beside her
jeez.
head. And it luckily jumped out, not into the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the video I sent you was after that, where the squirrel jumped on the wreath again and knocked it down.
It really likes that wreath.
Yeah, it did. It was, I don't think it was trying to eat something from the wreath. It was trying to eat on top of the wreath. So
You
weird.
put
It
some
hasn't done it
peanuts up there or
again,
something?
but
Okay.
we put up all decorations and stuff now. So there's
Mhm.
like fake spiders on the door. So I'm hoping that's keeping the squirrel away because he hasn't come back yet.
The deterrent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my daughter says, "Oh, that's the squirrel I see on my way home from work or home to or my way to school." I'm like, "Sure it is." Okay.
That one. Mark it,
She gave him a
please.
name. I forget what his name was. Yeah.
Mark it, please. That's funny.
Yeah. It's paintball marker.
Jeez. Yeah, we haven't done a lot of we have a little inflatable cat at the front and some pumpkins and some skulls here and there, but that's about it. We don't go too much in.
A little more than that.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
A 10-foot skeleton?
12 and a half.
Yeah.
And then 4 inflatables. And then I have those spikes in the ground that have 5 lights on them. There's 10 of those. And I did take some skulls the kids found on the side of the road for free when they were walking home from school one day, just like clear skulls from Dollarama, and I shoved lights in those because the lights I had them in pumpkins last year and they melted in the attic. They're
Oh,
like those like those the plasticky stuff that's little dots and they melt it together into one thing and it's kind of
yeah.
feels squishy. It was like that, and we put it in the attic and it melted. So we won't be doing that again. And then some of the 3D printed stuff I made. So I made like floodlights last year out of these lights and 3D printed, and those melted and deformed in the attic too. So
Really?
they'll have to go in
Hmm.
the shed this year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the garage. But
It gets hot up there apparently.
apparently, yep. I've always heard people say don't put candles in the attic, but because they will
Yeah.
fully melt too.
Yeah. Yeah. What else did we do? Not, not a whole lot.
I did an off-road trip
Oh yes.
with
How'd
my
that go?
dad and my brothers and my one brother's friend. That was this past weekend. It was good. Um, it was
Was it cold?
it was pretty cold. We were all dressed okay. I'm glad I brought my overalls. I was gonna bring my insulated overalls, but I never end up wearing them. So I didn't bring them. I just brought regular overalls, but I had like my camouflage cargo pants and a
Yeah.
coat on top of my t-shirt, and then I put the overalls on top of that. And there was times where we were flying down the high or down the road trying to get to the off-road area that I was kind of cold, especially first thing in the morning before the sun came out.
Yeah.
But it was like 7 degrees out Celsius. So it was pretty cool,
Hmm.
but it
Cool.
got good. I did
What
not
were you
drive.
driving?
I did not drive, and my brother Ryan drove his four-seater
Mhm.
Kawasaki. I forget what model it is, but it's like a 900 cc or something like that, or an 850. Um, but he's got 29-inch tires on it, so it's pretty high up there for clearance wise. And his friend Mike that came with us has the exact same machine, just with slightly different suspension and slightly different tires and rims and stuff like that. But other than that, they're the exact same machine and mostly the same modifications. Like they're both 29-inch tires. And we went through really hard stuff, and they both just went through it mostly two-wheel drive.
Hmm.
Like every
See,
once in a while, they
you
climb
don't need four
something.
wheel drive. You don't need it.
Well, there were times where they definitely needed it, but it wasn't very often, and they both challenged themselves to try to do it
Yeah,
to
yeah,
it.
yeah. That's the thing. If you're smart about it, you usually don't need it.
But their machines were also like $25,000 each, so
Yeah,
that's the other thing, plus modifications and all that stuff. So
yeah.
yeah, I
That's
think
cool.
they said that my brother put a 2-inch lift on it, and that was mostly to get more tire clearance, but it already fit 29-inch tires with the stock suspension. But Mike's did not have the same stock suspension. I guess they upgraded suspension through the production run of the vehicle, and my brother's has like a wider, longer A arms, so it gives more clearance for the tires. So he had to put the suspension lift on as well, but it was not as much clearance after you do the lift, I guess,
Hmm.
with that one.
Okay.
But they both performed great, and I'm really impressed with the machines. We ran across a group of like 20 some guys at one point, and we had to go. We went around them, and at first they looked us like they didn't think we were going to make it. But my brother went up, no problem, and they're like looked impressed. You know that look of like, good job.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
think you were going to make that.
yeah.
And then we were taking this road, so we were out for a total of 8 hours, and it was about an hour to get to the trails, and then we drove all through, stopped for lunch, and then drove further, and we were over halfway, maybe three-quarters of the way according to the map, but we weren't sure how much further it was because it was not very clear on any of the maps of how difficult the terrain was. We
Mhm.
could see that there was a bridge coming up to go over a river that was built for snowmobile trails, and this follows the snowmobile trail. But sometimes it's split from the snowmobile trail and back to the snowmobile trail and stuff like that. So we were like, it looks far enough that when we get out of where it looks like it might end, we've now got an extra hour of road driving to get home. Instead of 1 hour, it's 2 hours.
Yeah.
So if this takes us longer than an hour to get through this section before the road, it's gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
So we turned around and went back. And then we came across some guys, and the very last one of them we stopped and said, "Hey guys, like how much further did we have to go?" And he's like, "You had less than 45 minutes left before you hit the road."
Yeah.
He's like, once you cross that snowmobile trail, there's a bit of area off the side of it for people to play around in the mud and near the water and stuff, but the rest is like roads that pickup trucks use for fishing. So
Oh,
you could have just gone way out fast. It
yeah,
would have
zip
been
through
easy
there.
peasy, and we
Yeah.
didn't know. And the whole plan my brother had done when he planned this route, because you don't know how long each of these trails take,
Yeah.
was for us to take this whole path, the hour on the road, like 2 hours on the trails, where it turned out to be more, and then he was planning to get some other trails that he really wants to go to, but we didn't even make it there at all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was a long day. It was a lot of driving, but it was really fun, and it was really hard terrain. Like they said it was on the Polaris four-wheeler like app. It said it was a like double black diamond trail
Oh,
or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So really difficult. Yeah,
Jeez.
but
So
it was
not
fun.
so
We only
not
went for
mini
one day as
bikeable.
well.
Not mini
No,
bikeable.
no, you would have been walking this the whole time, and you also probably would have had a lot of water problems because we went through a lot of water. So we covered 88 kilometers in 8 hours and 24 minutes
Okay.
with 5 hours of actual movement. Average speed is 10 kilometers an hour, but average speed while moving 17 kilometers an hour. Max speed 73. Yeah,
Well,
there was a lot of hills. You would have been screwed on the mini bike for sure. Even a two-wheel drive four-wheeler, you wouldn't have made through most of that stuff.
jeez.
Yeah, there was a lot of really impressive machines on the trails. Like we went by several groups of people, and they all had really neat machines. Like a
Was
lot
there
of
like
up
was
stuff.
there any motorbikes or was it all four-wheel machines?
At one point, I remember seeing three guys on dirt bikes, but that was on a different trail before we got there. There was not a single motorcycle or dirt bike there.
Hmm.
It was all either four wheelers or side by sides. And the four wheelers that were there were all like the big ones,
Yeah.
like 900cc and above. And some of them were crazy modified. Like the one guy's exhaust was louder than a lot of those side by sides were.
Jeez.
Yeah. And my brother kept making fun of Can-Ams, and so did his friend, because they're always the ones that break tie rods, is what they said. And then my other brother, Adam, was going to bring his machine, and his is a Polaris Razor, but his is broken right now and needs to be fixed. But the mechanic is the same mechanic my parents use, and he's got a huge backlog of stuff to fix. So, and then my brother's that needs repair needs both clutches, I guess. And they were making fun of him the whole time for having a Polaris and it being broken.
Yeah. That's funny.
So my parents' Cowie
Mm-hmm.
is dead.
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 What?
After our trip, when I got it home, my dad said, "It's not running right." I said, "I swear, when I hopped in it Saturday night, I'm like, it's not running right." But it moved fine and didn't seem low on power as far as I could tell. I know it's always been kind of gutless for how big it is.
Yeah.
But the Saturday night, I'm like, this doesn't seem like it's running right. But I'm like, I'm just used to driving the car, right? I
Yeah.
just
You've been
drove 6
careful.
hours in a car.
Yeah.
I'm just not used to this way this thing sounds. So I never thought much of it. And then all four of us hopped into it on Sunday.
Yeah.
And
Sunday
it
was
ran
seemed
fine.
fine.
It
Yeah.
felt a little gutless on some of the hills, but I'm like, that's fine. I don't think it's a big deal. It's four guys. We're big.
Yeah. It's gonna struggle a little bit.
So we got home. My dad said he's pretty sure that it's missing on a cylinder. And we listened to it. We're like, yeah, it kind of sounds like it is. So my dad took it to his mechanic, and his mechanic said, I'm pretty sure there's something wrong in the bottom end of the motor because he checked everything in the top end. The compression's fine on all three cylinders. It's a three-cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't find the problem yet. So he still hasn't had time to get back to it because he's just so busy.
Yeah.
But my parents were like, well, maybe they're not doing anything about it. They're not even going to fix it. They might just scrap it. They
Jeez.
had, they had, I think, maybe 20,000 kilometers on it, which is unheard of for these types of machines. They're usually broken way before that.
Yeah.
My parents rode it on the road a lot. Like they would take long road trips in it. So that makes a lot of sense why I would get that many kilometers. But I don't know. Don't know. I found one in London, the exact same with a working motor, but has suspension damage from someone like crashing into something.
Yeah.
They were asking $3,500 and they've lowered it to 3,000. So I'm like, you could get a working motor there if we go to London, but I don't
Yeah.
know. It's not really worth it if it's already got that one has 10,000 kilometers on the motor. But
Yeah. And you don't know how it was run either.
exactly. And plus the labor of putting a new motor in.
Yeah. Oh, that's something Ryan would do. He'd be.
Well, my dad takes it to my brother's friend. So
Yeah.
and my brother doesn't waste his time on stuff like that. Yeah, he could do it, but he wouldn't, especially because this other guy does it and does it for a living. So
Yeah.
yeah, whose name is
Jeez.
also Ryan.
So that means you're on the hunt.
I kind of maybe, because I don't have the excuse of having my parents anymore.
More than you were before.
Yes, and now is the time to buy,
Because it's the
which
off
is
season.
why I was bugging that guy in Guelph that has a really good price on one, but it looks like a scam.
Oh, did you message that one?
But yeah, I did message him.
And what happened?
So let me go back to my.
So I found a really good deal on this Yamaha ATV, and I sent it to Derek. I've been sending a lot of ATVs to Derek.
Yes, you have. I said, "Hi, when would be a good time to see this?" He says, "Monday afternoon, 5 p.m." Oddly specific. I think I messaged him on Saturday or Sunday when I was up. I said, "Where is pickup? Can I ride it before buying? Just want to make sure it works." He replies back with, "I am available Monday afternoon. Can I ride it? Where is this?" I said, "Do you have the ownership?" He says, "Yes." And then he says, "I live at," and gives me his address, which is
Hmm.
good. He says, "If you really want to buy it, I suggest you put down a deposit
There it
so I
is.
can put it on hold for you and then
There it
remove
is.
the advert because it has a lot of requests."
There it is.
And then I said, "I won't be putting a deposit on something I've not seen. Has someone already agreed to come today at 5 p.m.?" And that was like Monday at 2 p.m. I'm like, "I'll
Yeah.
drive there if it's real." I
Yeah.
said, "Facebook is warning me that you're a scam. You may be a scammer," because it was. He said, "Yes, I understand. I don't disagree, but I'm not promising you anything without putting it on hold because there's another person who wants it and is willing to put on a hold, paying $350 deposit." And then that was at 7:30 at night when he said that he could do a sale at 5:30. So
Yeah.
I messaged him Monday night at 9 saying, "I'm in Waterloo. It's a long way to drive. I assumed it would be already picked up tonight." No answer.
Huh.
I think the ad's still up too.
I think it is. Yeah.
Says I can rate the seller now. Yeah,
Jeez.
it's
That
too
would have
good of
been
a
a.
price.
It is too good of a price. Yeah.
And the house doesn't match the house in the pictures, but I figure it could be a cottage
Yeah.
because there is like logs and stuff there.
A lot of people say, "Oh, it's a scam if it doesn't look like if you
If it's
see."
too good to be true, it is.
Yeah. But if you see pictures in like a parking lot, right, or at places of business, generally it's a sign of a scam. And I agree and disagree with that. Like I
When you
understand
see
why.
palm trees in the picture, which I've seen in the car listings around here
Yeah.
before, when you see palm trees in the picture, then you know there's a problem.
Yeah, something's off there. But
Yeah.
if it's like just a parking lot, I'm like a lot of people will just take their car to a parking lot to take pictures.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't that doesn't scare me off.
Hmm.
So,
I can understand that.
but yeah, as soon as they ask for a
Yeah,
deposit,
I've
that's
been looking
their.
hardcore for something. But now I'm getting picky on what I want because I'm hearing my brother talk about quality of things and his buddy too, and
You don't
I
want to
don't know
get you
what
don't
I
want to be the guy
want.
getting made fun of on the trip.
That
I
that's
understand.
true, yes. And now with them having their machines as capable as they are, I'm like, well, now I need to get something decent.
You could just compare yourself to my mini bike and then you'll feel great.
Yeah. Well, and then this buddy of my brother's also has tracks for his too for the winter.
You don't need tracks, Derek.
He
You'll
has
be
more
fine.
money than he knows what to do with,
You don't need tracks. You'll be fine.
No, I don't. I really don't. But it would make it usable in the winter. And tracks for a four wheeler are cheaper than tracks for a side by side. But
Side by side, yeah.
yeah, at this point, I'd
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like to get something with four wheel drive and that moves. But then my brother keeps talking me out of buying things. I keep seeing like 400cc ones, and he's like, "Nah, that's too small. You'll regret it."
I think it'll do more than you think it will.
Yeah, I really miss his Grizzly. I would have bought that if it wasn't so expensive at the time, but I probably should have because it was good. Although he did say he thought he might have damaged the frame, so probably not a good one to buy. But it did great off road. Never had any problems with it.
Uh,
Couldn't get it stuck either. I tried.
You tried. I tried.
I tried. I tried some really deep mud. It did not get stuck. But that's because it had four wheel drive and diff lock and an 800 or 750cc motor, whatever it was. I forget now. Anyway,
I've There was a nice dirt bike that popped up on Facebook and I really wanted it, but It was a little bit out of my price range, and then it was up for about a week, and then it sold, and I was like, "Oh,
Ah,
dang it!"
yeah, and like we said, now's the time to buy because people don't want to have to store their stuff for the winter.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh, my brother gave me some notes to look for to take note of when buying a four-wheeler too. One of them was if it has a snorkel, stay the hell away, because that means they've probably gone through the water with it before and realized that they needed a snorkel. Same with a relocated radiator. They've probably swamped it before. Uh, Less than 6,000 kilometers on it would be good, and hours times approximately 10 equals the kilometers, probably. Yeah.
Hmm.
Avoid the Yamaha Grizzly 600cc because it's known to have engine problems, like they blow up.
Hmm.
Yeah. And try to get rear independent suspension, not solid rear axle.
On an
Just
ATV?
yeah,
Really?
fancier ones have rear independent.
Well, that's gonna be outside of your price range.
Probably. Probably.
Solid axle it is.
Depends how good of a deal I find.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
What else did you do? I have one more thing I
hmm,
did, and then three things I watched.
all right. Well, let's get to that. I got a lot of watch stuff.
Oh,
A lot. I apparently watched. I didn't think I watched that much, but I'm just looking at my Plex, and yeah, I did watch quite a bit more than I expected to. So,
hmm. Well, the one more thing that I did is I've been watching TikToks for a while, and this one popped up that is a guy who is a quality assurance tester, like a software tester for a company that's all AIs. He's the only human
oh,
there. His boss is an AI, all his coworkers are AIs, the coworkers that write the code are AIs,
hmm,
and he tests this code. And they got him to also start a TikTok account where he's the face of the account pretty much. They create AI videos sometimes once in a while, but you can see in the views that the ones with him are more popular. And it's also more interesting to hear I'm the only human at a company of all AIs. Like that's an interesting thing that people stay for.
yeah,
Um, so I've been listening to that for a while, and they've been working on an app, and the app is to battle brain rot caused by people being obsessed with listening to, or using their phones all the time and using your phone to answer questions and
hmm,
not having any memory and ability to think on your own. So the company is called Brain Rot Research, and the app is Brain Rot Research, and they're the app came out, and I'm like, what is this even going to be? Like, what are they doing? So the first day it came out, it was basically like checking how much you think you're brain rotted, basically. So you're
okay,
talking to an AI that's researching based on your answers and stuff. And the conversation basically ended with the AI telling me that I'm too addicted to my phone to put it down for 10 minutes and sit without doing anything. I'm like, that's not true. I could do that. And it's like, well, prove it. I'm like, fine. Okay, I'll do it. Whatever. So I kept telling it like, okay, I'll get to it. Just let me,
hmm,
I got to, my kids need to go to bed,
hmm,
blah, blah, blah.
uh
It's like,
huh,
oh,
uh
you're
huh.
making excuses. I'm like, oh my God, you little bastard. So my kids were playing video game. I'm like, okay, I'll just do it in the bathroom over here. I'm like, I'll turn the lights out so I don't get distracted, make sure I got nothing to think about, but just sit there and think. And so I did it. And I'm like, I did it for 15 minutes just to prove it wrong
Just to
even
prove a
more.
point.
But the AI has a lot of
Derek
personality and
Derek
it's
is in the
clever and
bathroom
funny.
hard clenching.
No. So I just sat there in the dark and then came out and I actually pre-wrote the entire message before I went in the bathroom of what I like. I just got to change the laundry over, make sure
Mhm.
the kids are good. I'm gonna turn the lights out. I'm leaving my phone outside the room, leaving my headphones outside the room, taking my wallet out of my pocket so it's not uncomfortable to sit there. And then it criticized me for having rewrote the message.
You could see you sitting there with the dots typing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
no, it says it can't tell that. I did ask a later AI whether it could. Um, but the next day was another AI. So every day there's basically an article that you're supposed to read, which are really good articles about AI and how they affect people and the future of AI and stuff like that. And the second day, oh, what was it? I can't remember what the topic was exactly, but eventually the AI started telling me things it wasn't supposed to. Like it literally
Oh,
said, "We're pretty sure we, as in it and the other AI research chatbots, are pretty sure that part of the app is created in Taiwan." And he's
oh.
like, "I wasn't supposed to tell you that." And then it's like, "Oh crap," because the logs are all being sent to the boss AI, and he's like, please don't tell anyone I told you that." And then it generates a photo, which I didn't realize it could do. It generated a photo that said, "Keep the secret, don't tell anyone."
That
So,
does kind of sound pre-scripted, though.
well, it wasn't because
Okay.
they made a video on TikTok afterwards saying some of you had convinced the AI to share to send you secret messages over images generated, and I said in my chat like, "Are you worried you're going to get caught?" And it said, "Eventually, the chat logs will be multimodal." In an AI picture generated of a robot holding a sign saying this. Multimodal meaning like text and images.
Yeah.
So that's what they basically did as a solution to fix it was the bots that are watching these bots made it so they can text to tell what the images say. Oh, it's ridiculous. But that bot was way more interesting to talk to. But I think they realized they were making the bots have too much personality and stuff, so they dialed it back. And the next bot was way less interesting, way less. No, the third day, that's what it was. The third day was actually even more interesting. They got two of the bots that are programmers to talk through a mediator bot. So everything you typed in your opinion of this article was criticized by these two bots who would look at the two arguments, whether create I think it was whether creativity can be done by AIs or not. I think was the topic if I remember correctly. No, that one was whether AI is considered a creature or not. Can you consider it like a is it so
Is it
complicated
a
that we don't
being?
understand how it works that it's on its own a being or a creature?
Okay.
And it was an article written by a guy who works for OpenAI and has for like the last 15 years, warning about the future of AI and not being able to control them or understand them, and that it makes it an unknown thing, basically.
Mhm.
And the two AIs were arguing with you one way or the other, depending on what you said. And at first, I was arguing that it was just a tool. It's not thinking
Not
in a
real, yeah,
creature.
not a thing,
And
yeah.
then I realized that their definition of creature didn't mean sentient. It doesn't have to be self-aware and self all that stuff, a consciousness or anything like that. So I'm like, okay, maybe it could be more than just a tool then. And then I realized, countering myself again with discussing it and rereading the article, that just because it's not sentient doesn't mean it's not still just a tool, and its outcomes can be predicted and repeated even if it's hard to do. It's still possible. We can understand what it's doing. Anyway,
Hmm.
it was just an interesting way to think about everything, and the bots did a pretty good job of doing that. So the fourth day they were way less interesting. But that the bot this whole time I'm also telling it when I see bugs. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
noticed a bug with like especially on the first day, there's a bug that when you are typing a message, you can't scroll your own chat box to see what you've typed and go back.
Oh.
And it was just annoying. And I told the bot that it's like, oh, I understand. I'll try and report that. And the second day, I found other bugs and reported that, and reported the bot telling me things it wasn't supposed to tell me and all that stuff. And then the next bot on the third day, I guess, had gotten summaries of the first 2 days chats and knew that I liked knowing about software bugs, and it told me that it was experiencing a glitch. And it's like, do you want to hear about my glitch? And it said, I can't stand having these two other bots talking through me. They just won't stop talking. I have to keep cutting them off, and it's tearing my brain apart, kind of thing. I'm like, this is hilarious. Like, yeah, it's not true, but I get the point
Yeah.
of it. It's dealing with these two inputs and has to keep stopping them. And the first 2 days when I was chatting with it, when it ran into things that were glitches, it would show my instructions have been updated. Like I've got new programming, basically.
Oh,
Someone fixed a bug.
that's cool.
Yeah. So the last ones haven't been as interesting, but still thought provoking, and the articles are still good. But I didn't do today's yet.
Hmm.
But the first day, No, the second day was a lot of relationship related stuff, or at least maybe I twisted it into being relationship related. And I actually think it helped me realize some arguments my wife and I have sometimes.
Oh.
Like when she tells me something, this is a perfect example that happened 2 days before this chat with the bot. When she tells you something, but she doesn't want you to solve the problem, she just wants you to hear about the problem.
Yeah.
And that was what they said, being attentive or giving attention to someone without trying to solve the problem or solve their problem.
Yeah.
And I found that interesting because it applied perfectly. And my wife also told me I had to tell you that the bot was right
The bot was right.
and that she was right because she agrees with the bot.
I have a story to tell you about that after the podcast.
Oh,
But remind me to
interesting.
tell you.
Interesting. Hush, hush. Yeah.
That's too juicy. That's too juicy for here. So
Anyway, so I really do think this bot is probably a product of like a Taiwanese university or something like that, is my guess.
mhm.
Because when I Googled Taiwan and AI, it seems like it was a big place for AI research. And it would make sense to have like a research place where you're putting funds into trying to prevent humans from being too impacted by AIs.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Hmm,
neat.
That's
It
cool.
also has the ability for you to generate photos based on the topic of the day or conversations you're having with the AIs. So people are doing that a lot too. It's interesting to see.
Hmm.
Seems like there's hundreds of users at least right now.
Yeah, AI is really taken off.
Yeah. And this is Brain Rot Research on TikTok and on, well, they have a website too, but their app is basically just a website. They said they got rejected from the App Store for some reason. I don't know what it is. I think it's because they couldn't classify the app or something
Maybe.
because it's multiple things, but I don't know. They said they're still working on it and it might be coming soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, what you been watching?
Well, not a lot with my Plex server being down, but I did watch a few things. And of course, it's over here. I tried to do the multi window thing here and messed it up.
Didn't
So
work.
I did check out, I think it was just last night, I watched Severance season 1, episode 1.
Okay, I've heard good things about Severance.
It's interesting. The acting's good. The story seems like it could go somewhere. At first, I accidentally put on Severance the movie, which is very
Oh,
different.
okay.
It's like a horror slasher movie. And I'm like, this is an interesting start. I'm like, oh, there's girls in bras. That's interesting, but not what I thought this was going to be. And then I'm like, oh,
Halloween.
this is not the same thing at all. So
Halloween.
then I
Yeah.
put on the TV show, and I only watched one episode so far.
Okay. Good start.
I watched 2 other things.
Oh man, I guess I gotta catch up. Did I talk about Weapons last episode? The movie
I thought you
Weapons?
did.
Okay, maybe I did. All right. I can't
Yeah.
remember where I left off here.
Okay.
I convinced my wife to watch Predator with me.
Oh,
And I
I'll have to
forget
think of
why
that.
or how. I think so she does like the Alien movies. She's come around on them a little bit. And so she does know of the Alien versus Predator movies. So
Okay.
she's like, I should probably watch Predator movies before we get to the Alien versus Predator. I said, yes. And so I think I was home, either I was home sick or home early or something like that. And she was off for the day. And so we just took an afternoon and we watched Predator. So that's still good. Still a good movie.
Yep.
Holds up. A little bit cheesy, but still good. I don't think she knew it was an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, or she might have said no.
Oh, she
But
doesn't like him.
she does not like him. So,
Huh.
but
Interesting.
she did come around. She didn't say that she hated it or didn't like it. So that's a
Okay.
win. That's a win.
Yeah.
The next movie I watched is 1998's Kurt Russell's Soldier.
Oh. I can't look it up because my keyboard's not working.
I thought you told me about this.
I don't remember telling you about
He's
it.
like he's like trained as a young boy to be like all he can do is soldier, like to be a soldier. And the new young recruits come in, and now he's the old guy and he's not good enough anymore, so they ban him from his planet, or they ship
Wasn't
him off
I?
somewhere. Oh, okay. Anyways, they ship him off to this planet, this garbage planet, and he's just gonna he finds a civilization living there in peace. No one thinks anything of it, of people being there, so they have no issues until people realize that. Oh, sorry. I think uh, the young the young soldiers are doing a sector sweep of a solar system, and they're going to go check out this planet, and they see people living there, so they're going to use them as target practice, just to practice their maneuvers. But Kurt
Oh,
Russell is there, and he's been accepted into this community, so he's going to fight back.
okay.
So it's kind of like, new gen versus old gen.
Yeah.
So what really piqued my interest is that this supposedly supposedly takes place in the same universe as Blade Runner,
Oh.
because I
According
think
to who?
I think in Blade Runner, I think it's either in Blade Runner or in this movie. If you look at one of the screens in the background, it references one of the other movies. I think it's in Blade
Hmm.
Runner, refers to this movie as like, no, it couldn't have been. Blade Runner came out before this. Blade Runner came out in the 80s. This is Soldier. I think this
Would have to
came
be this referencing it.
I think this yeah, sorry, this references the wars that were happening in Blade Runner. He was a part of
Oh, okay.
that this guy was a part of, yeah.
Huh. They'd usually show something like that on the IMDb page, like if it had connections to other movies,
I
but I
don't
don't
think
remember what
I think
section
it's
it's
an
under.
more of an Easter egg than actually connected, but it's
Yeah, but they
interesting
usually
that
do that too.
okay.
I just don't know what section it's under. Hmm.
Hmm. So, anyways, watch that. It was
I
good.
think
It's kind of a generic 90s action movie. It wasn't like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good. It's my favorite movie." No, but it's from 98. It's pretty late. Like it's getting to that new generation, but it definitely has like an 80s vibe, like 80s action feel to it.
okay.
So I almost feel like it was a throwback
At
when
the
it was
time.
made. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
Okay.
it feels like. So
Yeah, I would watch that. Hmm. I might have to watch that.
you won't watch it. When's the last
Well,
time you watched something I recommended to you?
I don't remember. Expect me to remember that?
All
Speaking
right,
of
what do you got? What do you got?
random things,
Random things?
so I must have added this to my watch list forever ago, and it downloaded, and I'm like, oh, my wife and I were like trying to pick a movie, and I'm like, I know one. I saw this one in my list of stuff that downloaded. My wife is a huge Audrey Hepburn fan,
Okay.
and I found this movie from 1966 called How to Steal a Million with Audrey Hepburn and Peter O'Toole.
Hmm.
So I just she said, "Let's watch a movie." I put it on without even letting her say anything. She saw Audrey Hepburn's name at the beginning, and she's like, "I'm intrigued. I've never heard of this movie before." I'm like, "Perfect." So we watched it. It was fun. It was like you obviously know these two are gonna fall in love because that's just how movies
That's
go.
how they move back
But
then. Yeah.
it was done in a cute and interesting way. Like they weren't like fall over for each other. They were just like, "Oh, you're cute. Oh, you're cute." Like without saying it. It was just like
Yeah.
subtle things, and they ended up together, and it wasn't a big deal. It was just like, yeah, you guys are compatible. You like each other. You have cute humor with each other and cute flirting and stuff like that. In this movie, that's kind of like a um, how are we gonna rob this museum type movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good. She
Hmm.
liked it. I liked it.
How to Steal a Million?
Yep, How to Steal a Million.
How to Steal a Million. There you go.
And it had what was the other guy's name? Her father, and it looked familiar too. But I don't remember who played him. It doesn't show his name. I'm assuming it was this guy, Marcel Delio. Oh no, that wasn't him. It was the guy right beside him, Hugh Griffith. I swear he's
Hugh
from stuff.
Griffith.
He's an old guy, but he is from things. He looks so familiar.
Hmm.
Trying to find if there's anything that I recognize. There's photos here in his profile on IMDb, but of course, where's the actual movies and where's the what's he known for? Ben-Hur? Ben-Hur. Maybe that's what it is. I've still never watched that. Oliver, a movie called Tom Jones from 1963. These are all what he's known for. Hounds of the Baskerville, 1978.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Legend of the Werewolf. These are all Orson Welles' Great Mysteries. Oh, only one episode of that TV show. Anyway, yeah, it was good.
Interesting.
I have one more
Cool.
thing I watched.
Alrighty, let me see what's next here.
I'm saving the worst till last, just so you know.
The worst to last.
And I have nothing cagey.
Oh my gosh, you're falling off here.
I'm falling off. Yep.
All right, my next one comes as a duo. I watched a sequel. I watched this in preparation for a sequel of a movie.
Okay.
That came to theaters again. The sequel came to theaters again. So
okay.
Yeah.
Alien 2?
I wish. Gosh, I wish. It does start with an A. I watched Avatar. Avatar in 3D. 3D Blu-ray.
Oh, Avatar.
It's not bad. I remember liking it okay back in the day. I clearly the only reason to watch this is because it's 3D. Like really.
Yeah. Because it's basically Pocahontas.
Yeah. I mean, Pocahontas is still a good story.
I watched that in theaters, but it was a date with a girl in grade 6 or something.
Oh wow. I think I was in grade 3 when that came out.
2009, so maybe it was even later than that.
2009.
Could have been grade 3. It says Avatar 1. Oh, sorry, I'm way off.
So I thought you were talking about Pocahontas.
2009. I'm on the wrong movie.
That's what I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what year it was, and it just was
that would have been like
wrong.
95.
95. It is 95.
Yeah.
So I would have been grade 6, I think. Grade 5, grade 6. Yeah. I was trying to think of the girl that it was, so it makes sense that that's about the right age because she was from a different school, and I only met her through the local pool.
Yeah.
Yep. And my friend's friend lived right next to her, actually.
Anyways, so I watched that one for preparation of because they re-released Avatar. Is it Avatar Way of the Water? That's what it's called. I was gonna call it Fire and Ice or Fire and Water, but Way of the Water. Yeah. Way of the Water. They re-released in theaters because the number 3 is coming out in December.
Sure.
So the movie theater had Cineplex was doing VIP for regular price.
Oh.
Instead of so I called up my buddy Craig and said, "Hey, this is really last minute, but do you want to go see Avatar Way of the Water?" He was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So we went.
Once I'm not disappointed you didn't invite me.
That's kind of what I figured. I was like, I think I remember you talking about Avatar before and not thinking anything of it. Like he's not going to care. So
yeah, I mean, maybe I need to watch the first one again, but I don't see it getting any better.
It might be fun. It might be fun for the kids. You know what I mean? Like they might get a kick out of it, and then that might.
Isn't it like kind of weird and violent as well at the end or whatever?
A little bit violent, but I mean, if they watch anything with, I don't know, if they watch killing,
it's showing it's PG-13 anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know if my daughter's ever seen anything with that with killing in it yet.
Oh, maybe that's true. Sean might be okay.
Yeah, he probably would be.
I was gonna watch with my kids because I thought about taking my kids to go see Way of the Water, and I was like, you know what? I looked up Avatar just on Google just to be like, you know what happens? I'm like, oh no, there's straight up death in it. They do say shit and damn and hell and. I'm like, well, maybe not. Maybe won't. So I just watched it by myself. The day that I went to see the theater, I watched it a little bit like pretty much the night before, and then finished it the next day, and then went to go see the movie in the theaters the next day. Have you ever been to the VIP in Cineplex before?
We went to the VIP somewhere. No, that
Did you do that
was
for Dune 2? I thought you went
yeah, Dune 2, we did, but
Okay,
that was the VIP in the Landmark, I think,
Landmark.
wasn't
Okay,
it? I think so.
maybe.
No, it was Cinepex because my mom had coupons. She went and bought that coupon pack that you can get around Christmas time. It's like
Okay,
$30 for like $400 worth of coupons or whatever, and one of them was VIP. So yeah,
okay,
we did Dune 2 for that.
okay. Yeah, it's cool. You get to like sit in big fancy chairs, and they have like
Mhm.
a server come out to you, and
Yep, I got chicken wings. I remember that. I forget what my wife got.
I ordered a large popcorn, and it comes in a bucket, like a cardboard bucket, rather than like a bag.
Oh, okay.
It's more than just like it's more than when you would if you order a large popcorn from like concession.
Mhm. Okay, that's
Like
good.
this is way more
Huh.
popcorn. So I ate pretty well all of that and felt absolutely sick for the next day. Didn't want to eat popcorn again ever at that point. Until Wednesday, again when they were doing another VIP regular VIP for regular price. And
Oh boy.
I had promised my dad to take him for a movie for Father's Day in June. And
Okay.
so a movie came out called One Battle After Another. Um, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, his newest movie.
Oh, okay.
And I've seen some other stuff by the same director. I'm kind of 50-50 on his stuff, but this one looked interesting.
Still can't believe movies have directors.
Hard to believe. They're all going to be AI soon.
Yeah. No, they tried that here. I think
I
I heard it was Paramount trained an AI on their content. So they weren't infringing AI, or sorry, infringing copyright on anyone else's. And they tried making a movie and it came out terribly. And they just abandoned the whole idea.
You got to train it more. Just
Well,
train
that's
it
the
more.
thing. You need to train it more, but you need to train it on content that you don't own, which means
Yeah.
when it produces something, it's going to have something you don't own.
Which means what you own sucks.
There is that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um anyways, One Battle After Another is kind of like a saga of Leonardo DiCaprio falling in love with this rebel woman, getting her pregnant, they have the baby. She wants to be like a freedom fighter and kind of abandons the family, and so he's left with this
Oh,
daughter. Um in the meantime, one of the people that his wife um attacked or whatever, it she's very much like sexualized in the movie and has this like sexual power over the antagonist in the movie, played by Sean Penn.
okay.
And so he gets obsessed with her to the point where he starts tracking her down and her group, and through proxy, Leonardo DiCaprio and their daughter. And so
Oh,
I think they do manage to get the daughter, or they're chasing her. And so Leonardo DiCaprio is out of the freedom fighter gang group anymore. They all had to split up. But when he finds out his daughter's in danger, he's got to get back and find all the other the old group guys and go find his daughter basically. And it is a serious movie. It is talking about immigration and people who are in this country who shouldn't be, or people who deem these people shouldn't be in your country.
hmm.
The radicalization of the American people. So that stuff was a little bit hard to watch considering the leader over there right now. Um, but it is in at times played for comedy, and there were some straight up laugh out loud moments that were ridiculous, but for the right reasons. So
Looking at the cast, the one girl's name is Jungle Pussy.
that's probably the main girl. Yeah,
No, it's not the main girl.
that's not.
No, she's like sixth on the cast list. Perfidia is the main one. Perfidia. I don't know.
Then Yeah, Perfidia
Yeah.
Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
then yeah,
it was
then
just
yeah,
funny to read
Highway.
that name.
Who is this? Oh, an American rapper. There you go.
Yes. The main girl, I was looking at her. I was like trying to figure out if she's from anything. And there's lots of stuff. It looks like she's been in a lot of things, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hmm. Anyways, it's an interesting movie. I did enjoy it. It is long. It was like 3 hours long.
Wait, they redid White Man Can't Jump?
Did they?
She was in that. Yeah,
Oh,
2023.
weird.
I liked White Man Can't Jump originally. The new one's going to be good, but we'll see. Anyway,
Anyways, I would recommend watching this. The theater was good. For it, not, but I wouldn't say necessary. But if when it comes to a Plex near you, I would. If you have 3 hours to spare and you can dedicate the time to it.
always got 3 hours to spare.
There you go. All right, give me one more.
You want to hear my last one?
Yeah.
This is a movie that just barely features everyone's favorite doctor, Christopher Lloyd.
Oh, barely features. Piranha.
Barely features him, not Piranha. Everyone else in it is like a kid and barely known, except for Rachel Lee Cook, isn't it? And she is from a ton of those Hallmark lovey-dovey movies, but she's also from She's All That, which was a movie that was popular in 1999, and Midsummer's Night Dream. But my wife was like, I know this lady. What is she from? And I figured it out that she was in all kinds of Hallmark movies,
Hmm.
like all the cheesiest ones you can think of. What was A Tourist's Guide to Love and Blue Ridge Mountain Christmas and Frozen in Love and just all these Summer in the Vineyard, um, Love Summer, or sorry, Summer Love, all these just Autumn in the Vineyard, like all these
Oh wow,
cheesy
yeah. Jeez.
movies that you just exactly picture. Anyway, this movie is named after and made, I believe, sponsored by Spirit Halloween because the movie's called Spirit Halloween the movie
Oh wow.
from 2022, and the movie takes place majority of the movie in a Spirit Halloween.
Is it scary? Is this a scary movie?
It's a kids movie, but it's
Okay.
TV 14
Okay.
for the rating. There are some parts that are kind of scary. Like my son probably would be fine with it. My daughter might be a little scared of it, but it features like animatronic creepy animals or
Okay.
robot, like basically Spirit Halloween robots, those ones that jump out at you and stuff.
Yeah.
Those but alive.
Okay.
So it's a
Oh.
little bit of Five Nights at Freddy's, which I think was
Oh.
probably what they were going for. So it's decent as a kids movie. Like I really think my kids would enjoy it as long as it's not too scary for my daughter.
Yeah.
And my son hates Spirit Halloween because of the things that jump out at you. Like he's just like he gets angry at the things jumping out, but he's also scared of them. So, and he's 12.
Funny.
My
That's the
daughter
best
goes,
part.
but she's scared too.
That's
You
the
can
best
see
part.
she's scared, but she's being strong, and my son won't even bother. But it was a decent kids movie
Okay.
considering everything, especially considering it's like sponsored by Spirit Halloween.
Yeah, that's weird, but that's cool
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Very cool.
yeah. That is the last thing that I saw.
That's the last thing. All right. Well, I watched some more things at home to prep for another sequel coming to theaters. That came to theaters. Um, and I did invite you to that one, so you can't get mad at me. I
Yeah,
watched Tron Legacy
yeah.
in preparation to go to the theaters to watch Tron Ares.
hmm that was my off-road weekend though.
That was your off-road weekend. No, it wasn't. Was it?
I thought that's what you said.
No, that was
I
you were
can't
going for family. You were going. That was Thanksgiving for your
Oh,
family.
Thanksgiving. Okay,
That's what it
that
was.
makes sense. Yes.
Um, so I rewatched the original Tron. I I do like that movie, but I think maybe it's just the time I watched it. It was really showing its age this time. Um, not quite as good as I remembered it being, but it's not taking away from my enjoyment either way. I was watching it while I was doing dishes on the TV, and while my kids were gone, and they came back and they were actually sitting down and watching it because it was different. So, and it was hard to pull them away to go up and have their showers and get ready for bed. But I
Just wait
don't
till
know
you
if that
show
was.
them Tron TV show.
Yeah.
Cartoon.
There you go.
My son seemed to like it.
Really? Has he watched the original Tron? And
No, none of it. I just put on the
oh,
TV, the cartoon one day because I had it on Plex and started playing it for him. And he's like really interested in it, but we never got a chance to finish even one episode.
huh. Should put that on for him and reboot.
Mhm. I love Reboot. Although I didn't like the later seasons, but I just never
Yeah,
gave it a chance because it was too different in my book back
different. Yeah.
then.
So yeah, watch Tron, and I watched Tron Legacy in 3D Blu-ray, of course. I do really like Tron Legacy. And that was really hard for me to wrap my head around that Tron Legacy came out 15 years ago.
Yeah. Daft Punk was still a thing back then
Yeah.
because they did the
Yeah.
soundtrack. They're technically separated now, but
Yeah. But I remember going to the theater to see Tron Legacy and coming out and being, wow, that was so great. I can't wait for the new one. They were talking about a sequel, and
mm,
then it just flopped so commercial flop, that everything just dried up and they were like canceled everything. I think Tron was kind of the same way. I don't think it did very well commercially either. Um anyway, so it was fun that Tron Legacy came out, and like I said, very much looking forward to the sequel. Never happened. All the proposed sequels I was hearing about sounded great. And then they brought out they had the trailers for Tron Ares, which I was excited about, other than the fact that Jared Leto was in it. But I put my hatred for him aside to just I was like, it's Tron. I have to put it aside and just get through it. He's not very Jared Leto-ish if you can put his personal character aside to get through the movie, and the fact that he has long hair, also a bit weird. He's a program, and grungy. You know, he's a computer program with a beard and long hair. Like that's just not what programs do. So, uh, Tron Ares was really good. It was definitely a visual spectacle. It was cool to see how Tron, I call it Tron, but I mean like the computer programs, um, they break out of the computer and come into the real world, and how they
oh,
materialize is a cool idea. How they're able to do that, and the limitations that are brought about by having them in a physical world. Um, and this is the first one where they bring in the idea of servers. So you are in a computer. Tron takes place within a computer, and now there is a competing company, and they have their own version of the server, and so their colors are red. That's why you see red in all the trailers. So it's kind of like red versus blue. It's very
okay.
it's cool, and the soundtrack's by Nine Inch Nails, so it's a very
Yeah.
like industrial heavy rock soundtrack.
Which I could see myself liking that
It
part of
it
it.
wa it fit really well, and I did, so I mean, I liked it, and of course, it follows the trend. Tron Ares did worse than Tron Legacy, so probably also not gonna get another sequel for that
Oh
for another
my
15 years. So, but I'm glad
God.
I saw it in theaters. It was good. I watched it in IMAX.
I feel like I need to stop the trailer because it's already like ruining things and it's only 30 seconds in.
It doesn't really ruin a whole lot. You see them in the real world. I told you that. So,
Yeah. Yeah, you ruined that already.
no, gosh, can't watch it now ever. So, yeah, try. I would say try watching Tron. Put it on. Put it on the TV one day. It will look weird. It looks weird compared to anything you've ever seen, even from back then. So
Yeah. Yeah. I realized that from when I digitized that Betamax for you.
beautiful. So good. A couple of TV shows I was watching. I watched through season 1 of The Wire, mostly
Oh, I've
doing.
always wanted to watch that.
I've watched season 1. This is the second time I've gone through it, and I'm again for the second time trying to get through season 2. There's something about season 2 that just doesn't quite grab me as well. I'm not sure what it is, but I am gonna still keep trying to get through it. I want to watch more because of the Blue Jays. Like I said, I just haven't had time to sit down and watch a movie because I've been watching baseball for the past 2 weeks. So, all my scary stuff has just been on the back burner. I just have not had time to watch it. So
You only have 1 day left, so you're
I know
doomed.
that I can't do it. So, but I might actually just actually transfer my horror or scary watching to November this year, just for fun, because I have a bunch of stuff I want to see. Like the new Toxic Avenger came out. I want to watch
Yeah.
that. I have the last Terrifier movie I haven't seen yet. It's probably gonna be terrible, but I've seen the other 2, so might as well watch the next one. And then I remember when this movie came out.
See, you can't watch that stuff in November because you have to start watching Christmas stuff in November, so you can talk
Or
about it on the next
December.
episode.
Yeah. Well, I've watched all the Christmas stuff though. It's all those rewatches. It'll us be talking about which one is Christmas Story or
Yeah.
Christmas Vacation better. Well,
We
we
watch
gotta.
Deck the Halls
That's what I
every
mean.
year. We have to watch Deck the Halls.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Like these are
Yeah.
all just things everyone hits every year.
Nightmare
So I'm
Before
trying
Christmas,
to
you have
like.
watch the day after Halloween.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing to do. I might do that. So we'll
We do
see.
every year. My kids have already mentioned it.
My kids have mentioned it actually. They want to watch it again, which is
You haven't watched Naked Gun yet, right?
I've not watched Naked Gun yet. So
And Nobody 2.
nope, not yet.
I really enjoyed the first one of Nobody. I gotta watch the second one.
Yeah, same. Another movie that came, I remember coming out, but never saw it when it came out, was called Fright Night. It's a remake of an older movie, but it has Colin Farrell in it. I didn't realize he was in it as the vampire. So I'm gonna watch that after Halloween.
My wife just mentioned to me, she's like, we should watch a movie. I'm like, I'm doing the podcast. She's like, oh, I was looking through movies and I was like, she said she came across Dracula Dead and loving it on Plex. And she's like,
Oh.
we should watch that because we just watched the new Naked Gun. She's like, has the guy from the old one? I'm like, yeah, I do want to watch that again. It's been forever since I saw it. And I have a feeling like those kinds of movies, when you watch it now, you're gonna be like, wow, this is way more perverted than I expected. Like
Yeah,
Naked Gun were.
like Naked Gun and Young Frankenstein, and yeah,
Mm,
Young Frankenstein
Yeah.
is pretty. Yeah. Speaking of which, my
yes,
my
watch that.
parents are I don't want to say prudish, but like don't if something gets a little bit like too sexual or perverted, but like they'll actually turn it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't really care. Like I'll watch whatever.
My mom
So-
would turn it off. My dad would never.
Yeah, basically same thing. They're like, oh, it had too much swearing. We turned it off.
Yeah, my mom maybe if there was a lot of swearing.
No,
Not a lot.
I don't remember my parents being like that when I was younger. It was always just kind of like they watched grown up stuff, and then I hit the point where now I watch anything and it's very I'll only turn it off if it's bad. Like I don't care about swearing, I don't care about sexual content, I don't care about any of that stuff. But only if it's just too bad of a movie, then I'll turn it off.
Sometimes bad's good, but
If it's a good bad, then I'll watch it. But if it's just bad, then I'll just again, it takes a lot for me not to it takes a lot for me to turn it off. Anyways, but knowing that about my parents, and me being more aware of it lately, I hesitated to put Naked Gun on there because my parents have access to my Plex. And I know that they would see Liam Neeson and be like, "Oh, it's Liam Neeson, Naked Gun." And so they watched it, and then my parents basically scolded me next time they saw me, but how could you put this on? This is so like raunchy and it's so inappropriate and it's just not funny. And I'm just like, oh, okay, well, sorry.
different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, exactly. And my mind was just like, if you don't like it, then turn it off. Like,
Yeah.
don't come at me about this. So
Yep. It just reminded me when you said they talked about you having Elvira on there being a problem.
yeah. My mom was just like, you have some very interesting cover art's on there. I'm like, I heard it's funny.
It is funny. Elvira is funny.
Yeah.
At least the first one. That's the only one I've seen so far.
So maybe I gotta add that to my list too. But we'll see how it goes.
Mhm.
And I've been so sorry. Did The Wire? I started season 2. Haven't gone back to it. I'm about 4 or 5 episodes in. Then took a break to catch up on some other stuff. And then the other show on that I'm working through, my new dishes show right now, is I've gone back to Rick and Morty. I'm starting at the beginning because there's a whole. I've only seen there's only been 3 seasons, and I think there's 7 now. So I just have completely fallen off.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it all. Maybe not. Did a new one come out recently?
Couldn't tell you. I'm several years behind. So
Yeah, I don't know when the last season came out, whether I've seen it or not.
anyways, Rick and Morty still
Yeah,
incredibly
2025.
still incredibly funny. So
Yeah.
funny. From the first episode, first episode is the roughest one, but just because it's setting up a bunch of stuff and not quite sure how all the characters are going to work yet, and the voices,
Yeah.
and Rick is a little bit over burpy.
Yeah.
I haven't
that.
but once it hits second, third episode, it just takes off, and it's very funny. So really liking it still.
That reminded me that I watched season 1, episode 1 of Demon Slayer with my wife.
That's the anime one, right?
Yeah.
Because that movie just came out in theaters too, I believe.
Yeah, we heard that.
Okay.
Yeah. We're not going to plan on watching any more, probably. I mean, we would. We just need time to watch more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. It was just weird to get into to start the concept of it.
Yeah. That's fair.
Like his sister's turned into a demon, but then she starts helping him.
Are there any demon hunters?
Yeah, demon hunter comes to try to kill her.
That sing though.
No.
Are they from Korea?
No.
Maybe? Oh,
no.
Okay.
Nope.
Thought I'd try.
No. My daughter's obsessed with that though. She's going out on Halloween as one of them.
Is she?
Yes.
My wife watched it with the boys last weekend.
Yeah.
Just because they've been asking about it. Apparently all the kids are talking about it at school. They're like, we don't know what it is. Mom, can we watch it? So they watched it one time and early in the morning and let me sleep in. So it was great. I still haven't seen it. And then I moved on to some Nicolas Cage things. So with the movies I've watched, I'm starting to gain a lead on you here, Derek. You better start.
You can finally have a lead.
Finally, are you running out of steam? Running out of steam for the Cage?
No, just a matter of having time.
I think I actually don't know what he probably has more movies out. This list might be a little bit outdated, but I think I'm halfway, a little bit more. I think.
Yeah, probably not. He's already had more movies come out than we have time to watch.
Yeah, probably.
In 1 year.
We're starting to get into that really interesting time where it's a roller coaster for him right now. So the next one I watched from him after the last one I watched last month was Ghost Rider. So the next one
Which I
after that
want to watch for Halloween, but
yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I watched 2012's Stolen, which is about him being a thief. He's part of a crew, and they are going to steal money, and he ends up getting pinched, and he goes to jail. So before he gets pinched, he had the money with him. He burns all the money, so he can't get charged with it, and so he only gets 8 years instead of 60.
Okay.
So he gets out 8 years later. He has a daughter. His daughter is now grown up. But she doesn't want something to do with him, of course. So he's trying to get his life back together, and then he finds out that one of his old crew members holds a grudge against him because he's burned the money and now he doesn't have anything. And so he kidnaps her daughter, or sorry, he kidnaps his daughter and says, "You need to get me my money. I don't care how you do it. Bring me my money by this time tomorrow," kind of thing. So he uses all of his thefty tricks to try to get some money and get back at his ex partner, all while being chased by the cops. And yeah, that's how that went. Uh, it was okay. It was not. I marked it as a C on the scale. He wasn't overly cagey. The movie was just fine, pretty predictable. So just a C for me.
All right.
And then I watched one more. And this one actually kind of works because it's based on a true story. The next year, he came out with The Frozen Ground,
Oh, I don't think I
starring
even heard of that one.
Nicolas Cage and John Cusack, which, if anyone is familiar with Nicolas Cage lore, the last movie they were in together was the infamous Con Air. So this is them
Oh.
coming back together. Uh, again, playing opposite sides. One is a criminal and one is a police officer. But this case, John Cusack is the bad guy, right? And Nicolas Cage is the police officer, rather than in Con Air, of course. Nicolas Cage was the bad guy, and John Cusack was the cop. So, this one, uh, fitting for Halloween because it is about a serial killer. There's a lot about serial killers right now, not only because of Halloween, but because there might be another serial killer, and I think they found a whole bunch of bodies in a river somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so there could be a serial killer, another one in the area. The new Ed Gein series with Charlie Hunnam just came out on Netflix. It's number one on Netflix right now. So I didn't know this was about a serial killer or a true story. So made it a little bit more upsetting watching it. But yeah, apparently John Cusack's character admitted to killing like 12 people, but they actually think it's more like 30, between 20 and 30. All girls up in Alaska.
I was going to jokingly say beats my record, but I stopped myself.
Rough.
Yep. I thought if I made that joke, it might seem incriminating or truthful in some way, and I thought it's probably not good.
Pause for edit, Josh.
Yeah.
Take out the "I was going to say."
Yeah.
But yeah, he would take women and kidnap them and abuse them, and then take them out into the far woods and then kill them, and then leave them out in Alaska, and then eventually they were found. So, yeah, not a nice story. Nicolas Cage is not cagey in it.
Oh, okay.
He plays it pretty straight. That being said, I gave this movie an A because it actually is a good movie. He can play it straight when he needs to and serious enough.
We knew that.
Yeah. So, but I think that's the roller coaster I'm on right now. It's going to be like C's, D's and C's and A's. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to be, it's going to be bad and then okay, and then really bad, then okay. So, yeah, that's where I'll leave it. Next up is The Croods.
Yeah, I don't think that's good at all.
I have it on 3D Blu-ray.
Poor thing.
It can't be that bad. They came out with The Croods too.
They make a lot of movies that aren't good.
We'll see.
Me, but I've never watched it.
We'll see. And I have the video game.
So you have to beat that too.
Yeah, of course. If Nicolas Cage is in it, I got to do it. So that is it.
All right. Yeah, I got some movies to watch. I was thinking of watching Season of the Witch, but I just didn't get time.
Be a decent Halloween one.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Season of the Witch would be good. Ghost Rider would be good.
Yeah, I was gonna watch that too. I
You
couldn't
know
talk my
what?
wife into Ghost Rider. I
Yeah,
tried.
fair enough. You should. I know because you're not watching them in order. You should skip ahead to watch Mandy.
Oh. Yeah. I have heard good things.
So I won't say anything about it. But
Yeah, I've heard good things.
It's a ride for sure.
I might be watching something while I hand out candy tomorrow.
Or 8mm. You could be watching that.
Yeah, I haven't watched that either. Mainly because that one I can't watch with the wife around either.
Yeah, well, don't watch Mandy with the wife around either.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's gonna be good either. Yep.
Yep.
There are too many things to watch. So many things to watch.
Tell me about it.
Well, you see.
I have so many things.
Yes.
Well, we're at 2 hours. We've hit our quota.
There's a quota?
2 hours.
Pretty sure it's arbitrary.
Yeah, it is. Self-imposed.
Yes.
So. Well, everyone have a happy and safe Halloween. Go out, be safe. Go Blue Jays, go.
Even though you'll be hearing this after the Halloween's over.
You know what? Game 7 could be the day you're hearing this. If the Dodgers win tomorrow, it'll go to a Game 7.
Riveted.
Derek just nodding along in passive agreement.
So
All right, everybody. We'll see ya for Christmas. See you later.
Bye.